Welcome to my web quest on changes in demand. In this video, I will explain and demonstrate to you how to use WebQuest as a teaching tool to enhance learning. WebQuest is an example of how technology can be incorporated in teaching. The prerequisite to implement any WebQuest is to have an unrestricted access to computer and internet services. Now let's look at what a web quest consists of. Contents of a web quest. A web quest contains a title page. The title page states the title, grade level, and the keywords of the web quest. As you can view, I have created this web quest on changes in demand. The title of this web quest is Changes in Demand. This web quest is designed for students to learn about the factors that causes demand to change and its effect on market demand. The curriculum is for business and economics, grade level 9 to 12, and the keywords to look out for while going through this web quest is demand, change in quantity demanded, change in demand, price, substitute, and complementary goods. Our web quest also contains an introduction page. The introduction page provides a sense of direction and it motivates learners to think on the topic. As you can view, we are now on the introduction page of the web quest on change in demand. This particular web quest motivates students to think about those factors that affect students on what they buy and how much they buy. A resource, which is a YouTube video, has been attached to encourage students or motivate them. Once they watch this video, they will be surprised to see the way consumers shop in a supermarket. This will encourage students to find out what factors are causing consumers to do so. Our web quest also contains a task page. The task page gives a description of what the students are going to achieve by completing the web quest. It describes the goal of the web quest. As you can view, we are now on the task page of the web quest Changes in Demand. The tasks are clearly set out. As the user of the web quest, you will be required to describe or find out information through various Word documents, web pages, videos about the topic of changes in demand. The task that you will follow includes to watch the YouTube videos and make short notes on difference between changes in demand and change in quantity demand and the determinants of demand. Participate in online discussion by logging on to the recommended website. Download the Word videos and complete the worksheet by using the information gathered from the YouTube videos and online discussion. All this has to be carried out individually as you will be assessed individually. So as you can view on this title on this page, the students are given a step-by-step description of what they are going to do while they are walking through this web quest. The most important page of the web quest is the process page. The process page is an outline of what the student should go through in order to accomplish the task which has been set. It also describes the roles that the student will assume, and it lists a set of lists of steps to be followed in order to accomplish the task. We are now on the process page of the web quest changes in demand. The processes, as stated earlier, gives you a step-by-step description of what is supposed to be done in order to accomplish the task set. There are 5 steps which have been stated here. Firstly, the students will watch resource 1 to make short notes on difference between change in demand and change in quantity demanded. They will then watch resource 2 to take short notes on the determinants of demand and their effect. Resource 1 is a YouTube video which will describe the difference between demand and changes in quantity demand. Once the students have gone through this, they will get a clear distinction between the two terms. Then they will watch resource 2, which is a YouTube video on determinants of demand. Here the students will learn what factors causes demand to change. Once the students have gone through resource 1 and 2, they will then move on to the recommended website, where they will go through a question and answer session. Students will type their question or phrases in the space provided. For example, click on to go, and the website will automatically provide the students with answers to whatever they are looking for. Once the students have successfully participated in the discussion forum, they will then move on to resource 4, which is a summary video prepared by me, in which they will get a summarized view of whatever they were supposed to learn. Once they have watched resource 1 to 4, then students will move on to resource 5, which is a Word document which contains the worksheet questions. Students are required to download this in order to answer the questions which are set. To download, students will click download file, and the website will automatically download the file for students to answer. Once the students have carried out the processes set in the process page of the web quest, they will then move on to the evaluation page. Evaluation describes to the students how his or her learning from the web quest is going to be assessed. In order to assess, a evaluation rubric is used. The evaluation page, as stated earlier, will give students a clear picture about their learning. In order to assess their learning, the students will make use of a evaluation rubric as given below. Using this rubric, students will be able to gauge their performance, whether they were able to achieve whatever was set as the objective of the web quest. To assist in gauging students' performance, the worksheet solution manual has been attached. Students can download this and compare their marks. After getting the marks, the students can gauge their performance into 4 grades, grades A, B, C, and D, according to the level of marks that they have achieved. After evaluation, the students should move on to the conclusion page. Conclusion wraps up the activity and brings closure. It reminds students whatever they have learned is accomplished, and it provides an extension activity or links to other web quests or resources to extend students' learning of target concepts. As stated earlier, conclusion brings a wrap-up of the web quest, and it provides extension ideas or websites to be followed. In this web quest, a summary video has been included. Students can watch this video to summarize their learning about changes in demand and quantity demanded. For further help and coaching, students can refer to Demand and Economy and Quiz and Further Coaching websites to get further ideas and knowledge about changes in demand. WebQuest is incorporating the technology into teaching. Therefore, teacher page is included in WebQuest so that teachers can take note and provide relevant information to teachers about how to implement the WebQuest. It gives information about the target age level, links to curriculum statements, further direction to extension activities, suggestions and tips. In my web quest on changes in demand, I have included some notes for teachers. This particular web quest is designed for those students who have difficulty in relation to the difference between change in demand and changes in quantity demanded. For teachers, the objective of the web quest is stated very clearly, that is to differentiate between change in demand and change in quantity demand, identify determinants of demand and change in quantity demand, explain the effects of the determinants, and to apply the law of demand by explaining the effect of the determinants of demand on market demand. Teachers must understand their students' previous knowledge in order to implement this web quest. Students should be well versed with the definition of demand and law of demand before the students attempt this web quest. This web quest must be implemented for a period of 80 minutes or more, as students will be required to do online discussion, preparation of short notes, and answering of worksheets. Teachers can use this web quest as to teach the topic as a whole, or they can use this as a revision lesson. For further information, teachers can log on to recommended websites which are included, which is Teaching Demand and Demand in the Economy. The author page is also a very important page in the web quest. The author page gives the biography and contact information about the designer or creator of the web quest. This web quest was designed by me, and personal information about myself has been given in the author page of this web quest. So friends, I hope I was able to explain and demonstrate to you how WebQuest can be used as a teaching tool to enhance students' learning and to make teaching more interesting in this changing, modernized world. Thank you.